Next. Why America's Got Talent sucks.
There was a time when people couldn't get enough of America's Got Talent.
My name is Bobby Badfingers, and I'm a professional.
You already watched this video? Bando, I'm going to time you out for 4 fucking months. This video came out 4 fucking days ago. I was on vacation. I wasn't even streaming when this video came out. I may have watched a similar video on America's Got Talent in the past, but I have never seen this video, you fucking asshat.
My name is Bobby Badfingers, and I'm a professional snappist.
It felt like it was giving everyone a look at what the entertainment industry is really like. Not a nice place for nobodies.
You guys.
No, don't boo. No, don't boo him. Don't boo him, because this is why I'm going to say America's Got Talent sucks. They're too nice to the kids. It's become a sob show of sorts where they don't show the talents and they're too nice to the people that do suck. If you bring a 6-year-old up on stage and you say, my talent is I know how to juggle, and he drops the balls, if he knows how to juggle, right, is that a $1 million talent? No, right? But for the kid, hey, he's 5 years old. If he knows how to juggle, I'll send him through to the next round. But if he drops a single ball, if he drops the ball once, don't care. This is a competitive show. I've said this before when we talked about America's Got Talent in the past. There was a kid that borderline made it to the finale by cutting celery with playing cards. He would get 2 feet away from the fucking celery stalk, and he would throw playing cards at it. And that was his fucking talent. And he had a stupid mohawk. And I'm not trying to make fun of the kid. It's a cool talent. It's not $1 million talent. It's not $1 million talent. It's worth a YouTube video that, you know, gives them 100,000 views. Not $1 million talent. Or there's people that show up and they do the interviews before. Fuck the interviews. I don't want to know who the hell you are. They fucking flood it with people that are too nice now. And it annoys me. Yeah, they got Simon Cowell on the show now, but it's fucking Howie Mandel, fucking Heidi Klum and Sofia Vergara. And they're way too fucking nice. And now they got Terry Crews instead of Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon did it better. I'm sorry. I love Terry Crews. Nick Cannon did it better. When they have these judges, right, and people come out, they used to show, I remember I used to watch the show when I was like 10 years old. And they used to, half of the fucking talents in the first 5-10 episodes was just people that sucked. And it was amazing. I remember there was a talent where one guy's talent was getting hit in the nuts. And his friends used to walk up to him with a metal bat and they'd smack him in the nuts. And he'd go, ugh, and they'd fucking hit him in the balls. And that was his talent. And it was funny as shit, right? And it sucked. But he made it through, you know, two rounds. He's not going to win. But those are the people that make the show. The good talents are boring. The reason America's Got Talent is a good show is because the talents suck. That's what you need. They need to pay those people a consolation prize for making it however far they do in the show. I don't know if they do or not, but that's what they need to do because they need people that blow, right? That's what makes the show fun. If every talent is like, I'm doing an interpretive dance and it's good, I'm having a snooze fest, right? I'm not having fun. I'm not sitting here watching America's Got Talent to see a genuinely good talent. I'm watching America's Got Talent to see people that suck. Too much singing? Oh my God, I 100% agree. Go on another show! Go on another show! It annoys me. If you put me on that show, the second somebody says I'm singing, go on The Voice, you stupid fuck. Get out of here. Go on X Factor. Go on the other 45 shows for fucking singers. I don't want to hear your dumb ass sing. Okay? If you're going to play the cello or an instrument, that's different. You can play the piano. That's fine. Hey, if you're fiddling the keys and you're fucking, you know, singing, that's a two-parter. That's perfectly fine. But if you're just going to fucking get up on stage and go, get the fuck out of here. And every time they interview him, hey, why are you here on the stage today? Oh, well, my mom died. What the fuck does that have to do? Like, it's sad, right? But it has nothing to do with the fucking what are we doing? This is a talent show. That's like walking into a job application and being like, my mom died, give me the job. That's not, that doesn't prove you're qualified to work here, let alone qualified to win $1 million and have a show in Las fucking Vegas. Sorry, I was rambling there. Dude, it really gets me worked up because I used to love that show. And they fucking ruined it.
However, today a lot of longtime fans agree that things have changed for the worse.
Yeah, I'm with the crowd. I'm sitting here like, what is the point of this? I'm just like, yeah, I'm not digging this.
The talent's still there, but it just doesn't feel authentic anymore. So many people are lying between the judges and the acts.
And it was honestly pretty cool, minus the fact that they edited out a lot of the actual drumming of my act.
The format's now so predictable that it's become the first show to be successfully replicated by AI.
He sent me the video of the kid whose parents died in Ukraine war, and he loves his parents, and he's made a song.
Oh yeah, on America's Got Talent.
It was incredible.
That's good, right?
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And the overly scripted reactions.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and the judges cry every time they see 10,000 fucking acts. Oh my God, Howie Mandel's been on that show since before I was fucking alive. That man would be stone cold Steve Austin up on that stage. If I'm Howie Mandel and I've been working that shit for 20 fucking years, oh my God, they could tell me the worst thing possible and I'd just be like, get to the talent. He's seen everything. And every time, it's like some kid could literally just be like, I broke my foot, and Howie will cry. Howie will cry and send him through. Oh, I miss when they used to sit in the van and talk shit on the contestants and be like, I fucking hate that guy's talent. I like this guy. And they would root for specific people. And they'd be like, I want this guy to win.
Predictable acts and controversies behind the scenes make it easy to see who is at fault.
We are going to make America's Got Talent great.
A Trump impression? You fucking waited in line for 10 hours to do a fucking Trump. Oh, we're gonna make America's Got Talent great again. Not with you. Get the fuck out of here.
He also happens to be the one who started it all.
My first guest is the brutally honest judge on American Idol.
He's one of the most successful people in the music business.
He told me I wouldn't make it past the first round, and if I walked into a room, he wouldn't know.
Yo, as fucked up as Howard Stern is, the show was better when he was on it.
Simon Cowell.
Simon Cowell doesn't fill the spot of an asshole, right? He's smoothed out, right? He's gotten nice. You need two judges that are real mean, and they hate everybody. They hate the world. And they hate themselves. And those people are good judges because they don't give a shit.
After becoming a household name in the UK for his show The X Factor, and in the US for being the mean judge on American Idol, he's proven himself to have a knack for knowing what clicks with people.
You've got so much advice that you recite from your father.
One of the things that always stuck in my mind, he said, everyone in life, Simon, has a sign on their head. And it says, make me feel important.
So when he announces he's making something new, heads turn. Another talent show. But unlike all the other ones on TV, this one's not just about singing, dancing, or rapping.
On Ego Trips, the white rapper show. We're on a mission to find the next white rapper who can rep hip-hop to the fullest.
It's about those and everything in between.
Senior.
What?
Jewish rapper.
A competition to find the best overall entertainer. He calls it Paul O'Grady's Got Talent.
Are you going to be nice tonight?
I'm always nice, Paul, you know that.
It's not very good.
The pilot was terrible. It was overcomplicated. It was too long.
But Simon still sees potential in the concept. So he goes back to the drawing board, touches up the format, signs a new deal with NBC in America, and in 2006 he introduces the world to America's Got Talent.
This time, there are no age limits, no boundaries, and no second chances.
Millions of people tune in, and hundreds of thousands of people show up to the venues, all for a shot at winning the $1 million cash prize, and it's utter chaos.
I am the best looking man in comedy. I'm here to become...
Dude, I remember one of the best talents I ever saw was a dude that pulled a truck with his nipples. That was like peak America's Got Talent. Is that or his teeth? And I remember he was an old man. And they were like, we need to go outside for this. And the judge was like, what? And then he fucking hooked, fucking jumper cables to his nipples, and he pulled a car. I'd pay to see that. That is how you have to judge the talents. Would I pay $50 to $100 to see this person do this? Yeah. I'd pay $50 to see a guy pull a truck with his nipples. That's interesting, right? That's something I want to see. Do I want to pay $50 to see some kid sing? Fuck no.
Like the Wild West of talent shows. They travel around the country holding open auditions, like they're actually searching out
The voice crack? Did my voice crack?
out for this talent, making it feel more like an event than a show.
100,000 people show up.
Yeah.
100,000 people show up to audition.
Yeah.
To be famous.
And when they say, you know, I'm going to give something back to society if I win, right.
And since basically anyone can audition, it's not as pretty as Simon's other shows.
I'm afraid we've got to be quite brutal here. It's a talent show, not a freak show. Okay?
Unlike me, when I put you on America's Got Talent, you know.
Well, I remember what you said to me. Piers, I need somebody who's evil, arrogant, obnoxious, and your name immediately sprang to mind.
I mentioned the word.
So naturally, critics are mixed. Many label it a hard watch. The talent is fine, at least the good acts are, and the idea is fine, but the execution is awful. With Piers Morgan's antics so off-putting, I'm not sure if I'll ever watch it again.
Pierce, you have been fired from every newspaper job you've ever had on unethical circumstance.
Oh, see, I love that. I love that. I love that. Oh, I love when they get all angry and they start roasting them, especially when it's a comedy act and nobody laughs, and then they just start roasting the judges and they get really upset because they waited 10 hours and their talent sucks. Oh, dude, it's fuck. See, this is like nostalgia for me. It's bringing it all back. Right, the banter between them. I feel like that doesn't happen anymore.
This is exactly where fans of the show see potential.
Do you have any idea what you're talking about? Are you guys watching the same show I am?
I don't want to see you again, I'm sorry.
But it is about diverse talent.
Yeah,
and
it is about diverse talent.
You definitely did your thing with the horns, man.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's loud, obnoxious, and people can't take their eyes away. In season 2, the show...
You know who they need to get up on America's Got Talent? Tyler One. Let's get a streamer up there. But not a nice one. Don't get Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat's too nice. Get Tyler One up on that stage, who's just addicted to World of War. Yeah, FouseyTube. Yeah! Get Tyler One, FouseyTube, XQC, and Kai Cenat, right, as the nice judge. Kai Cenat will be like the Howie Mandel. And then just the rest are assholes, right? And they're going to be fucking so rude. And it would be, dude, it would be great. It would be, if they made that, it would just be a better show.
Really starts to find its footing, and it becomes clear that the Got Talent format is all about what's right around the corner. The surprise.
The person who will win this competition is not the person at the front of the crowd, showboating, doing cartwheels, doing this. It'll be someone sitting very quietly and very confident at the back of the room who knows they have the talent to win.
In season 2, a ventriloquist named Terry Fader pulls off a Cinderella story.
Oh no, a ventriloquist.
Terry's not just a ventriloquist. He's an outlier. He's entertaining. And he's a classic underdog. People love rooting for underdogs.
To have that kind of reaction and to have the audience stand up and, wow, it was exciting.
The winner of America's Got Talent, Terry Fader!
After successfully capturing the hearts of millions, and not only winning, but securing a $100 million contract.
That's not a Vegas act? No, ventriloquism is a Vegas act. Jeff Dunham, isn't Jeff Dunham like a multi-millionaire that also won America's Got Talent as a ventriloquist?
He's just what America's Got Talent needs to prove its potential. Hot off the success of season 2, Simon gets busy planting Got Talent flags all around the world.
Welcome to Asia's Got Talent.
Fast forward to 2009, the show settled into its place as a primetime juggernaut. In an effort to start appealing to a younger demographic, they replaced the host Jerry Springer with Nick Cannon.
What can we expect? We can expect the unexpected.
I mean, come on, try getting Jerry Springer to go on top of a mountain.
Who's paying to watch a guy pull a truck? Me! If he's pulling it with his nipples? What? If a guy says, I'm going to pull that Ford F-250 with my nipples, I'm going, you're lying. I'll give you $50 if you do it. And then if he does it, I'm giving him $50, right? If he failed, I'd want my money back. Unless his nipples ripped off, then I'd be like, you know.
For you and the rest of America, what I'm looking at here is to be a very good judge, to sit there. I take it seriously. You know I watch the show. Whatever you think of me, I'm honest, and I will give you an honest opinion.
And together they usher in what many consider to be the golden era.
Oh, yeah. This was it.
With skyrocketing viewership and even, get this, a Guinness World Record for being the most successful reality TV format. The Got Talent franchise looks unbeatable, and network executives give each other pats on the back. They've done it. But in 2014, that hot streak grinds to a screeching halt. Fans get a whiff of something not quite right. Suddenly, streaming sites and social media are crawling out of the woodwork, devouring traditional TV in big, hungry gulps. A lot of shows are left stumbling around, but America's Got Talent, oddly enough, with its bite-sized performances, finds itself prepackaged for the bite-sized viral video era.
It coincided with YouTube. The Susan Boyle clip in particular went like crazy, and that was the point where I thought, wow, this really is a worldwide show, and it has a much bigger reach than any of us could have imagined.
The show starts to fixate itself entirely on creating viral moments. Simon starts to look for more ways he can change the format.
Yeah, see, that's what's bad, is because it's just gotten more and more brain rot to appeal to a broader amount of people, but it's lost its core audience. The people that watch America's Got Talent now are like old fucking families.
It hits him. What if you could create viral moments just by pushing a button?
And it can change your life.
Yeah, but that prompted people to be more sob story, and then they only pan towards good acts now.
On the surface, the golden buzzer's just a save. If one judge really likes a contestant but is outnumbered by votes, they could press it, and the contestant...
Yeah, it's just a save, but most of the time when it's used, it's not because the other 2 or 3 judges pressed X. It's because they just want it to be a clip where the person standing up there will cry.
It goes through. Seems like an alright idea. The judges are prone to their fair share of disagreements. But in 2016, it becomes painfully obvious what it's really for.
For this challenge, all the videos are going to be golden buzzer moments from the Got Talent franchise.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to sing a song for you on the piano. It's crazy.
Yeah. His talent's really fucking good, right? I've seen that guy perform, and he honestly, you know, deserves to be on some sort of stage. But it's literally just like, hey, we're going to press the golden buzzer to try and like basically get views on people that either have disabilities or have gone through something traumatic.
For many fans, season 11 in 2016 marks a big turning point. The show starts to fixate itself entirely on creating viral moments. By now, Simon and the rest of the producers pretty much have it down to a formula, and they don't want to leave anything up to chance. Anything that's unpredictable.
Yeah, wait, that meme? Wait. A singer with actual talent, a crap singer with a sad backstory. Dude, it's like unbearable though. The amount, it used to, even in like early America's Got Talent, there were sob stories, but it was one in a dozen. Now it's like fucking a dime in a dozen. Now it's 10 out of 12.
Anything that's
just sad,
unpredictable, dare I say, interesting, won't be tolerated. They get rid of Nick, since he's being kind of a loose cannon.
Nick's sticking to his principles, walking away after he says NBC executives threatened to fire him for making jokes like this one.
I apologize, white people. We over here talking about and you think this is America's Got Talent.
And Howard Stern. Wow. Meaning that now, both people credited with bringing the show into a golden age are gone. Coming in to take the role of the mean judge is the guy who created the part.
Howard Stern is out.
But he doesn't fill it, because Howard Stern's actually an asshole. Right? Simon Cowell is also mean, but not nearly as mean.
Howard says it was his own decision, and Simon says it was NBC's decision.
And did you say I would like to be the judge, or was it someone else's decision?
Well, sort of.
You remember Howie's TikTok post? Oh, it's my favorite, dude. Where he goes, is this COVID related? And it's just a fucking prolapsing anus. I think that's my favorite TikTok I've ever seen.
However, a confidential email published on WikiLeaks hints that Simon might have orchestrated his exit, planning to star on the show himself and cement his vision. I met with Simon Cowell yesterday. If you remember, he was considering what to do with the show America Has Talent. He is the star of in the UK and the producer here. He is thinking that the right thing to do would be for him to be the star of the show, not Howard Stern.
Couldn't really do that. It was the network's decision.
This email is from 2014, 2 years before Simon becomes judge, and the same year the golden buzzer was added. With all the unknown variables out of the equation, they have control over everything.
And right here is the man responsible.
At first, fans are optimistic about season 11. Simon's back after all. His return even revitalizes interest in the show. but only for a moment. The first few episodes go by and fans are just excited to see him back in action. They remember that old Simon.
I have no professional training of singing.
No.
From the pre-purge days.
What do you think I'm going to say to you?
No.
Correct.
Who used to carve up bad auditions with a single glance.
It's the way you look that's putting us off.
They assume the show might reach.
Wow. Nah, that's too far. No, that's too far. No, that's too. No, okay, that's too much. I knew he was fucked up then, and I was like, oh yeah, we need that Simon back. Yo, not that Simon though. Not being like, you're ugly, we're not gonna fucking pass you.
Capture that old spark. Except it doesn't. Instead, we get whoever this guy is. Ever since season 11, it's been annoying me rather than entertaining me.
I shouldn't be judging it. I just want to compliment you.
Where's the sting? The bark.
Well, I remember there being like theories that Simon Cowell is a body double and the old Simon Cowell's dead, but it's just because he had a lot of plastic surgery, so he looks different.
He claims to be Simon Cowell, but is it really him? Or is it just someone wearing his skin as a costume?
That was,
He's a lizard person.
That was,
Crying?
Oh, God. I am officially an idiot.
Fans aren't very happy. Even the ones who don't like Howard want him back.
This, to me, is what Britain's Got Talent is all about.
At least
Wait, is he in Britain's Got Talent and America's Got Talent?
He wasn't afraid to make a kid cry here and there.
No, I've read, Howard, that you intend to, when you see a young contestant appearing on stage, you're going to haul out their mothers and harangue them before their child performs.
Bro, okay, maybe that's a bit far, but you got to let the kid know, right? That's part of America's Got Talent, is people being told that they're good at what they're doing when they're not, out of fear of, upsetting or embarrassing them, to the point where they build so much confidence that they say, I'm going to go on this show because I'm so good that I'll win $1 million just to get shut the fuck down, right? You need that, because then if you pass that kid through, now he's going to have an inflated ego for the rest of his fucking life.
I'll make it absolutely clear that if you then rip this child's performance to pieces, it's not your fault.
Well, yeah, if you're going to put your children on television to be judged, which, by the way, there are parents out there who think it's a good idea, and you got to be damn sure that this is a wise decision.
You want to speak to this?
Yes, I have no problem speaking. First of all, you're a very nice young man. You know that. No one likes hitting the X on a 7-year-old. You're very brave.
Sorry. The judges only provide.
Bro, they can't boo him for that. I would crash out. I would say, I don't want to hit the X, but I don't think you have $1 million talent. He's right, though. That kid's not winning. The early stages is just people giving a sneak peek of their talent because you can't put it all out on the table. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to improve. And you always have to improve to be impressive to win the show. And if you don't pass, if you give that 7-year-old the spot, that takes that spot away from somebody that could genuinely fucking succeed and excel to maybe not even win the show, but get far enough to where it would give them a career. And so you're basically just rug pulling somebody that's 30, 40 years old that needs this to give a fucking 7-year-old 10 seconds of happiness. But he's only 7. So you're going to tell a 7-year-old that sucks at singing that he has $1 million talent. I'm not going to be mean when I say it to him, but I'm going to say, hey, man, you're 7 years old. I think you're doing good for your age, especially. You're not $1 million talent.
He thinks Big Barry is an act that deserves attention, but I do not believe that. We admire each other, respect each other professionally. We have a disagreement.
Wow.
It is a wow.
The question is, if there's no tension or disagreement on the panel, then what's the point of the golden buzzer?
And all those bullies are gonna have to watch you succeed, my friend.
Yeah, they casted people that are too friendly with each other, too. You kind of need to cast personalities that don't mend well.
Many of these videos have gone viral. Why do people love to watch these golden buzzer moments so much?
I think these are it makes you feel motivated.
It's seeing people feel good makes you feel good.
It's kind of inspirational.
Everyone in life, Simon, has a sign on their head, and it says, make me feel important.
Just a raw heart beating in front of us, and you moved me
to do this.
The golden buzzer is usually used on people who would probably get 4 yeses regardless.
You know what?
Judge and executive producer Simon Cowell disregarded the show's longtime rule and hit his golden buzzer for a second time this season. The unprecedented move prompted questioning from his fellow judges. He says, quote, "We are using more golden buzzers this season because there were so many brilliant, mind-blowing auditions. I know right away when I see an act that's golden buzzer worthy. You feel it." To make things worse, fans have already been complaining that the show's getting too predictable. Contestant backstories seem designed to one-up past ones each year, to the point where—
Yeah, I feel like you could honestly watch AGT now and predict who's gonna win. Like, off rip. Or who, like, you could predict top 10 in the first casting episodes.
where now they seem like parodies of each other, not genuine at all. This has always existed, but in the past few years it's become overwhelming.
I am 17 years old and I'm a magician. I'm a little bit of a loner. It's always been really difficult for me to connect with people my own age, and that's when I found—
See, bro, like, I don't know. Why do we I genuinely think it needs to go back to, like, yes, it's a meaningful story and he's trying to be inspirational to other people, but, like, it just lost its roots as just a place for people to perform and either get shit on or get passed to the next round.
magic.
If we look back to older Simon Cowell vehicles like American Idol, sometimes a contestant would be given a little bit more time to talk about a unique or tragic story.
And to make the long story short, the doctor said that I would probably never speak again.
Notice the straightforward interview style, which makes it feel slightly more real.
Even as an adult.
Yeah, versus a highly edited fucking interview where they have B-roll footage that they include while you're speaking. Like, it's so facilitated that they know you're going to pass through the next round before you even compete in front of the judges.
People look at me and judge right away. Like I'm gonna do something bad or steal something. I'm here because I am tired of being judged.
Isn't this whole show about people judging you? It's become a bit of a joke at this point.
Is there any unnecessarily sad backstory that we should know about before you sing for us, Sam? I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything, but since you asked, I was born with glass bones and paper skin. Every morning I break my arms. Every afternoon I break my legs. My mom's
Is that from SpongeBob?
last wish before she died from cancer.
Not to mention the multiple cases where contestants have taken advantage of it.
America's Got Talent looked like it found a new star this week. Sergeant Timothy Poe.
Oh, didn't this guy fake being in the military or something?
Got hit by a grenade in Afghanistan, and
everything about you is amazing.
Some of Sergeant Poe's fellow soldiers were also amazed.
It was absolutely unbelievable from the first second I saw it.
It's always been fake. The difference is they just no longer hide it. Everything feels hyper curated. So, do they mic the whole audience? Either the contestants are unbelievably amazing.
Yo, actually, though, how did they pick up what she was saying?
Do they mic the whole audience? Either the contestants are unbelievably amazing or comically bad in a way that screams producer meddling, which is exactly the case.
Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play.
Yeah, like they're gonna pay these people to not get passed through. I feel like because of how popular the show has gone, when it was like 2012, 2013, they used to show the lines of people showing up, and it used to just be a shitload of people they'd have to pump through. Now they probably have such a pre-screening process where they pass really shitty talents on and say, hey, we're going to like pay you to be shit, versus them just being naturally shitty and thinking they have a talent.
From the beginning, and when I'm on stage with America's Got Talent, that is what was shown on TV. And then when I'm in this rehearsal room, that is the stuff that was not shown on TV.
And they reserve the right to change things in any way that they want to,
Wow.
using your voice, likeness, etc., to make it look better or worse. Contestants are fed exact lines to repeat.
I really hate that it's all fixed now. Most of the acts are handpicked before the show. It just needs to go back to random people showing up.
Yeah, dude, some guy on the fucking street that looks across and sees a line and goes, what is that? Oh, America's Got Talent auditions are today. Oh, I don't have anything going on. I guess I'll stand in line for 8 hours. and he just goes and performs. You need, because that's what brings the characters out that make the show interesting.
Yeah. Today, there's even some acts on the show that are well-known, established artists. Like
Zusi said, fuck it, bro, let me do my backflip routine. Zusi, I'd pay $50 to see you do a backflip routine.
Glennis Grace, who made it all the way to the final rounds in 2018. Even though she was already a famous singer in the Netherlands, rumors start to propagate that behind the scenes things aren't much prettier. After Terry Fader won in 2007 and got a $100 million contract to perform in Las Vegas, America's Got Talent received none of it. Needless to say, they're not too happy. So, in every season after that, they forced contestants to sign a contract, which one lawyer describes as the worst and most one-sided entertainment contract he's ever seen. From what I've gathered, this contract apparently makes it so any original song you perform on the show is now theirs. They can also say anything
No, dude, this is like an evil record company
about you or portray you in any way they want. And if the performer happens to be a child, the parent has to sign a contract that allows their kid to sign all future contracts. This is just what I've seen from people who talked about being on the show. As of today, the show hasn't been renewed for a new season, nor has it been canceled. But no matter what happens, America's Got
Oh yeah, no, it gets fucking no buzz anymore.
Talent will live on in some form. It appears to have transcended television and eclipsed its singularity. It's become so formulaic that it's not quite man-made, but not quite machine either. A lot of people can't even tell the difference between what's an AI.
It's just brain rot cable now. That's literally it. That was a good ass video though. I enjoyed that. All right, I'm gonna piss them. We're hopping into games now. W React segment.